Hey guys, welcome to this video. So as you can tell by the title, this is going to be an academic video about how you can achieve academic success, I guess. I hope you're doing absolutely amazing and that this value is of value to you in some way. It will probably be quite long, or maybe I'll split it into three because I'm planning on doing it in three sections. But if it is quite long, then get a drink, get a snack, and let's dive into it. Let's get into it. Also, thank you so much for clicking on this video and I really appreciate your support. So I have my notes on my laptop next to me, so that's why my eyes might keep going that way. But firstly, I want to start off by talking about mindset, because I think mindset is a really big part of being able to guarantee academic success, really, and it's not really talked about that much. So there are lots of different ways that mindset play a part, and one of them is, having a positive mindset. The sappy Pinterest quotes about having a positive mindset, because studying for exams is hard, and if you have a positive mindset, it helps you get through it a lot easier. And so if you have a negative mindset, then you're not going to be resilient, you're not going to persevere. And also having a positive mindset means that you're not overly harsh on yourself, which is also really important during studying, because say you don't feel productive or you get a bad test score, having that positive mindset will help you get through it and emerge better on the other side. The light at the end of the tunnel. And having a positive mindset also, it means that you believe that you are capable of achieving whatever you put your mind to, really. If you're one of those people that think that either you're unable to do that or you're not deserving of it, then let me be the one to drill into your head that yes, you are able to achieve anything you want. Anything you desire, you can achieve it if you put in the time, if you put in the effort, and if you really focus on it. Because everything that's ever happened before has to have been done by someone, the first person to do it. They believed that they were able to, and so they did it, if that makes sense. So if you think that you're not able to, look around you. If someone else has already done it, why can't you? And if you don't know anybody that's already done it, why can't you be the first? Another part of mindset that's really important is having a growth mindset. So, as you can tell, instead of seeing challenges and seeing difficult situations as roadblocks, you see them as areas to grow and to improve. And this is really important because during studying, you're not going to breeze through it. You're going to make mistakes, And so it's really important to see these mistakes as areas to reflect and improve on, because then you have this confidence knowing that you are able to achieve anything, you're able to accomplish anything, and you don't see like a bad test score as something bad. You see it as something that can help you to get better, because that way you can see where you need to work on, because no one's perfect. So yeah, having a growth mindset. Because let's use the example, you get a bad test score. Okay, you can either moan about it, you can start crying, you can be depressed about it, or you can get that test back, go, okay, so I need to work on this topic, maybe I need to use this study method instead, maybe I need to dedicate more time to this subject. So yeah, framing scenarios in a more positive light and seeing them as things that can encourage you to improve and grow rather than something that's holding you back. Another thing is thinking critically about what your inner dialogue is. So everyone has some sort of inner dialogue, right? So some people, they are just naturally academically blessed, I guess, because their inner dialogue is that they are a straight A student, nothing less. But other people, they tell themselves, oh, I'm too stupid, oh, I'm never going to be able to reach that, level of academic success. You've got to do some deep analysis and really think about, what do you tell yourself on a day-to-day basis, because that is going to cement itself into your personality, into your belief system, and that could provide a lot of resistance against your desire to get good grades, because that's why I'm assuming you've clicked on this video. If you tell yourself that you're not worthy of getting all A stars, if you tell yourself it would be too much effort and you don't have the time, you don't have the means to be able to reach it, no, you are absolutely and entirely capable of getting them, of getting these grades and more. You're capable of literally achieving anything you want to. So, I mean, I'm not telling you to repress these feelings of unworthiness or anything, but accepting them as something that you used to believe in the past. So go, okay, in the past I might have thought that I was too stupid to pass my exams. Accept that and then cast it aside. Go, but now, like, tell yourself, now I know that this is not true. This is inherently false. And then begin this new chapter of positive thinking, of growing, self-development, stuff like that. I think this was from Atomic Habits by James Clear. And it's about this model, right? That you have your inner self and then your outer actions. Let me draw a diagram. This is obviously a really badly drawn person, but if we take this diagram as this is your inner self, these are your outer actions. If we stick with the "oh, I'm unworthy" example, and that's your inner self, you could change your outer actions to, revise and really try and grind. But if your inner self doesn't change, your outer actions won't be able to be sustained, right? So the more permanent way of ensuring that you get these good grades is you need to change your inner self first. And I'm not saying that this is easy, you're not going to be able to, I mean, maybe you can, I'm not trying to hold you back, but most people, you probably couldn't just take a week off and then, you come back to school and you're like, you know what, I am a completely different person now. So it does take time, but it's time that's worth spending, because once you change your inner self, your outer actions will just naturally shift to reflect what you believe yourself to be. And so that is a much more sustainable and a much more easier way of becoming this academic weapon, straight A student, whatever. So changing the inner self, do things like doing positive affirmations, and whenever you notice a negative thought pattern occurring, trying to stop it before you spiral, that's good as well. And just doing self-care, doing things you love, and distracting yourself from these negative beliefs. Let's talk a little bit about validation. So we have external validation, so this is from things like parents, friends, teachers. This is all to do with academic stuff. But then your internal validation is wanting to get the best grades because you want to prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving whatever you put your mind to. And so this internal validation is much more healthier and much more sustainable rather than this external validation. Okay, so trying to shift your reason or your purpose for wanting to get these good grades to a place that comes from within, because you're not relying on other people or other circumstances to motivate you. And motivation is such a big part of studying and academic success, I think. So yeah, and just to wrap up with the mindset thing, if we were to look at it on the opposite side of the spectrum, say you were feeling unworthy, you were feeling like you're incapable, then even if you did, so say you were trying this whole time as well, even if you did get a good test score back, if you have these negative beliefs, you're probably going to end up self-sabotaging yourself, because you see that good test score and you think, oh, I don't deserve this, or I'd never get that in the real exam. And so guess what happens? You won't get that test score in the real exam, because you're telling yourself that you don't deserve it, or you're incapable of getting that in the real thing. So that's like I'm trying to show how mindset really impacts studying. And not just studying either. Changing your mindset is advantageous to every aspect of your life, really. You know, there's that quote, change your mindset, change your life.